Do we feel nothing but paint but remove the T? Yes. Too close. Hey, Tunist. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not funny. I'm not clever nor funny. I'm just a mole. Currently painting a biologist purifier? Biologus purifier. Putrefier. Okay, cool. This is why we like you with just a mole with autism who likes talking about it out SF universe. Is that all I'm going to be known for? Is that I'm the autistic mole? Is that my legacy? Will that be going to my grave? That'll be like emblazoned on the gravestone. Here lies Mole. He had autism and had an unhealthy obsession with a fictional universe. What is my purpose? You yell about Warhammer. Oh my god. Yeah, with you there, pal. I too am painting a Canon S with jump pack. Well, good for you. I'm painting rubrics. But unlike you, I have to do it for a tournament, and it's driving me nuts. So many small details on these fucking creatures. So many! And younger me had to build all of these guys, right? We had to build before we painted because I was stupid. I was dumb. One could say I self-sabotaged myself like a fool. A damn fool. I'm turning on music until someone joins in because like I need background knowledge. I need background shit. Naive maybe, but not stupid. Naive, no. I resent naive. I resent naive. I resent that. I resent that heavily. I'm pretty sure a good portion of the community is made of neurodivergents like ADHD people like me or autistic people and others. Probably. Met a lot of you weirdos. And I like a lot of you weirdos. You're my like my mods and my friend group. They're all my big cheese, my big slice. My home slice, you know? That's probably my wife. It's the wife, chat. They're home. Oh, joyous me. Yummy cheese. We don't eat our friends. We don't eat our friends. Mostly because, like, my friend... Listen, chat. I have a wide assortment of new friends and colleagues. A wide assortment, okay? A wide assortment. Like, for starters, in our own server, we have, and I quote, Elmo that's on fire. You don't want to eat fire. Fire hurts. A big bear dude, you don't want hair. You don't want hair. And not to say Shadow is stinky, but bear meat is stinky. It's gross. It has a putrid smell to it. Don't eat bear. Unless you absolutely have to. And then you're gonna have to spice and season the shit out of it to get rid of that weird texture and feeling. Owl is a doll. Although, consume plastic, yes. Do not consume that plastic. Actually, I don't even know what Owl's made out of.
Can I have your phone, please, babe?
How do you want my phone?
Because I just got a letter saying you got $1 from H, so I need to check.
Did they fuck up?
I hope that they just fucked up the letter.
I hope this isn't. I hope this is a fuck up on the letter, not.
$1.
What?
We need to call them tomorrow morning.
You're fucking kidding me.
Please don't yell.
You're fucking kidding me.
I
Wait, is it that time of the year?
It's gotta be. I'll double check. But that they would say that on this, and it doesn't say anything. They might have just changed the livery.
Please do.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My, oh, no. I completely forgot about that time of year. Ah! Oh, no. No, 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 no. What happened? Give me a minute, and like I need to wait for Phoenix to do math quick, and then I'll explain it, and then see how much shit I'm in this month. Because that's not good. Oh no. Not taxes. It's something else. It's if it is what I think it is, I'll explain it. If it's not, then I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do. So just give it a couple of minutes and I'll know what I have to do in short order.
Okay, so yes, it was the time of year where I got the extra pay period with Bell in there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that
So it's not.
that should have been expected. That's on me because I forgot. Because now I'm getting paid every single week. And also, I had those extra shifts with the other place.
Yep.
So I believe that it maths out.
Okay.
I can cover your rent this month.
Okay. I'm gonna explain what happened to chat here.
Okay. I would still like to call in tomorrow to double check the math with everything.
You got it.
Okay.
Do you work tomorrow?
I work at 1:30 tomorrow.
Okay, so we can call in the morning.
Yes.
I believe they open at 8 o'clock.
We can try.
Yeah.
I got a new phone.
Yeah, I see that.
It was free.
I see that. Phoenix is now
I am a Samsung ambassador for my work, so
Yes.
I get a free S25 Ultra.
yeah. What happened to your other phone?
It's in my hand.
Oh, okay.
I have both.
Oh, nice.
Where's the camera? There it is. Old and new.
Nice. All right. Can I have my phone back?
It's in my pocket. I just got so used to.
This is my phone.
This is your phone. This is my old and new. I got used to holding two phones today, so it just
Okay, so I'll explain this, and I'm probably going to have to explain it again on, like, Discord and Blue Sky, but, I'm going to pause the music here, so that way it doesn't look like I'm trying to bait for clicks. So, my province is fucking stupid. My province is stupid with disability because they want us to suffer basically, and I'm not being kind about this because that's what my government does. That's what my provincial government does. The workers are just doing their job. They're just doing their job. I don't blame them. Essentially, twice a year, every like 6 to 8 months.
It's whenever there's the 3 pay periods in one calendar month.
Yeah. So whenever there's 3 pay periods, if Phoenix's money, if the money Phoenix makes exceeds my disability by a certain amount, then I get nothing. I get jack fucking squat.
$1. You are entitled to $1 minimum.
That might as well just be nothing.
Yeah. It's enough to keep you on record and keep your benefits going.
Yes. But
which
now
we do need for your prescription.
Which we do need for my prescription. But now I'm fucked for a month. And I'm sorry for raising my voice, but I am straight fucked for a month. Because my payment from Twitch comes out halfway through a month, and YouTube is around the same time.
It's around the 22nd.
Yeah. So, guys, gals, non-binary pals, where am I going in half a month? In less than 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
I'm going out of town. And now I've just been told, hey, shitty timing, you get nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So now, I'm hooped. I'm screwed. And now I have to politely get on my hands and knees like a good little mole and beg. Which is not normal, but now it's annoying begging. Because it's just... It's one thing after another. I was already fucked this month from my payouts on Twitch and on YouTube because I couldn't stream for a full week. And now I don't even get my money until the 3 days before the end of June. This sucks. This sucks massively. And there's nothing I can do about it. I am at the mercy of fate! And she continues to say, hey, roll at disadvantage.
Sorry, I didn't realize that it was...
No, babe. It's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
What?
You were 9 minutes into stream, and I thought that you were further. I'm sorry.
I streamed at 6 today.
I realize that now.
It's okay. Go relax. You had a long day. Go relax.
I'm gonna go finish setting up my phone.
Go do that. Go set up your phone and then show me it later. Also, I pulled out ground beef for Sketty. So if you could cut up some stuff for me, I'd be grateful. Thank you. So, yeah. I was gonna come in and be all like that for the Renegade God, but damn, now I just feel bad. I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to feel bad. This was shitty timing. I'm sorry. Make a big post about it. I'll do something tomorrow. It's workable. I can do stuff. I have a Ko-fi. I'm not entirely screwed. We can make it work.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, Owl.
What's up?
Did you? I don't know if you heard what happened earlier.
No, I just opened up the stream.
Oh, so my disability fucked me.
Oh, no, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
In the mud chat, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's that once every 3-month pay period, and they deducted my money.
Oh, jeez.
So guess what's going to happen tomorrow?
Oh, boy.
Donathon stream. Yay! Pain.
Yeah, you're showing yourself on the internet.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
Honestly. I mean, that's what we as content creators do.
Yep. Am I pissed? Am I livid? No, this was something that I knew and I should have kept in mind. And we should have planned it a lot better. Because we avoided it last year by Phoenix taking a set of days off. But now that Phoenix is working 2 jobs, and we've been dealing with a lot of stuff on our end, it completely skipped our brains, and that's...
Mm-hmm.
I do need to take responsibility on that one, because like we knew this was a thing. I should have been keeping track of it, and I didn't. It's why I'm not as angry as like I probably should be, but like getting angry and just being pissed is not gonna do anything. It's just, Kate, guess I'll starve while I'm in Edmonton. That's fun. How are you doing, Al? Aside from... How are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to reset my sleep schedule.
Why are you trying to reset your sleep schedule?
Because I'm usually on the night schedule.
Oh?
But I've been falling asleep at around 11 or 12 my time. And waking up at like around 5 or 6. So I've actually been getting less sleep.
Oh,
the
that's
past,
not
like
good.
Couple of days.
That's not good.
And because of that, also, I haven't been able to stream because I keep falling asleep.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm like, come on, please. So I'm just like, all right, let's go.
Stay awake. Stay awake.
Where's the copious amounts of caffeine?
Where's the coffee?
Ugh. I'm
It's
still not
not
touching
something you
energy
should-
drinks, though. I've sworn off of those things.
It's not something you should have to keep track of, really, in my opinion, but government being shitty like that definitely makes it necessary. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I live in bumfuck Alberta. I live in the place where people like getting fucked in the ass. That's where I live.
Yeah, it's that just situation that's always so frustrating where it's like, things shouldn't be like this, but they are, and so you have to act accordingly.
And again, my province is the only one that does this. So I'm in a unique situation of, wow, this is malicious. And they wonder why people leave Alberta. Why do all these people leave Alberta? Why are we insulted and told that we're shitty?
Oh, jeez, I wonder why.
Jeez, I fucking wonder why. When you treat your people like this. But yeah, no, this is... I can bitch and complain about it all I want. There's nothing I can do about it. I just need to buckle down. Where the fuck is my Ko-fi? There it is. There it is. This is the most direct way, because everything else takes so fucking long.
It will.
Hello.
Hey, Will. Don't know if you heard.
I didn't. I heard like the very end of that there.
Yeah, my disability fucked me, so I'm gonna be
Oh, I'm
having
sorry.
to. I'm gonna be doing a thing tomorrow. I have to make up for it.
That's fair.
What should I do to get fucked over? I guess. Like, what should I do?
I mean, that's a very different question if you mean on stream or not on stream.
On stream.
Although I suppose you could do that. I mean, you could do other things on stream, and that would also potentially raise you money. But that's a.
Oh, you mean start up an OnlyFans?
I mean, there are actually OnlyFans for like painting tutorials and stuff.
I know.
I know
Mhm.
people.
Nuzlocke. Do I have to do another Nuzlocke? Do I have to? That means I have to reinstall like Pokemon Shield or like Pokemon Pearl.
See, I'm also just trying to think of something that will cause you to have the most reactions, thus more entertaining.
That's
Fire Warrior Nuzlocke. No.
well, I have to. Fire Warrior Nuzlocke? How the hell would that work?
I don't know.
Ugh. Oh boy.
I mean, Pokemon Nuzlocks are like very quick. Like
I know they're a very quick way to flip money. I remember the wars in my chat over the murder and the reviving of several Pokemon. Several. I believe at one point everyone wanted to see if we could keep a mole alive. Mole. He ended up dying because of my own fuck up. Thanks, Charizard.
you can. I think there's a form of Nuzlocke you can do in things like Stardew, if you want like a different type of game.
I do not. My brain cannot do Stardew.
Okay.
I can't do Minecraft. I suck. I can't do like these very popular games where it's just like, let's talk about you joining the greater good at the low cost of you not having kids anymore. I don't have kids.
Also,
you
that
count a
doesn't
kitty.
happen. Still, that's actually not true.
That's
That's
imperial
mean-
propaganda. I think he means like building a Tau army.
I mean, also that. Well, in building Tau armies is also imperial propaganda.
We could also take you through the hardest difficulties of Helldivers and watch it get obliterated into pieces every
I
time.
already do that.
We didn't take you to the hardest levels.
I already do that.
Alright. Oh, what was it? Oh, fuck. What was that one game? What was that one game you and you, T-Com, Shadow?
No, not Deathwing again.
Oh. Also, you ran out of levels, so it's actually not like there's not more of it. Is the problem?
Dang.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know anything about the Tau. Well, wait for Damocles Gulf, I guess. Because I'm about 60% done Arcs of Omen video. Like, I got the intro, I got the ending.
Ghost Krypton, Inquisitor Krypton just names them that. The Inquisition, the Ordo Xenos just named them that.
Yeah, the Tau do not call themselves the Tau.
No, they're asking about how do the Hive fleets get their names.
Oh, yeah. No, that's just the Inquisition and Cryptman slapping names on them. What's this one?
It's mostly
Behemoth.
it's mostly Cryptman. Like it's
Yeah, it was mostly Cryptman until he got excommunicated.
See, you say he's excommunicated. He seems to still be doing things.
Yeah, he apparently from what I've been able to read is that he has friends and connections that he still uses. So officially he's been excommunicated, but
yeah, he's essentially just Eisenhorn at this point.
Yep. Eisenhorn with circle shades.
Yeah.
I have been hearing whispers of someone saying getting the Tau, aka me, looking at the Tau mech suits. Do you play the tabletop game? Or do you just like solely collect and build and paint?
I mean, either way, just get Farsight.
I mean, yeah. Oh, so it's more a name that suits that fleet. I kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's just like, oh, what's the closest thing that we can name this to? Oh, these guys are like Krakens. So we're going to call it Hive Fleet Kraken.
Well, the whole idea of Kraken was it was coming from like multiple tendrils, like multiple tentacles, essentially.
Yeah.
And Behemoth was like a giant like sledgehammer kind of thing.
And then Leviathan was.
And then there's Leviathan is coming from the deep. It's coming up from underneath the galactic plane.
Yep.
And also apparently from the top.
Yeah, they're coming in from all over.
Yeah. I forget which one it is. There's one of the Hive fleets that basically, the thing that it's done is it stopped at a particular planet and is now ferrying biomass to that planet and is building something on the planet.
Yeah, it's a special psychic one, right?
Yeah, it's like the uberly psychic one, and like if
Hive
any
Fleet
psychers
Kronos,
get near
I
it,
think.
presumably that would be.
I'll look it up in a minute.
Yeah.
I know they're blue.
Mm.
They were blue, so. Alright.
I'm looking up the Lexicanum list of Hive fleets.
Oh, the Lexicanum, my beloved.
Yes, the good wiki.
Yes. We don't talk about fandom.
Let's just don't. Rubbish.
What? But don't you love how they add in unnecessary and unprovable details?
No.
Don't you love how they just fucking shove a shit ton of ads in your face?
Okay, to
Yeah,
be fair, Lexicanum does that to me too.
Yeah, Gorgon is the one that attacked the Tau.
Grendel?
I somehow get a shit ton
no,
of
not
shit in my
Grendel.
face.
Colossus.
Because I use an ad blocker. So I don't get it in the Lexicanum. But fandom finds ways to shove shit in your face.
No, Kronos is the one that ended up fighting demons.
Oh, okay.
They like.
Jormungandr?
Is it Jormungandr?
Ambush and tunneling tactics.
Goodness, just do it. Just do it. Do that Hollow Knight base strategy.
No, Jormungandr got destroyed apparently during the Third Tyrannic War.
Ulysses? Warhammer Vision 17? No. Tiamat? It's
it's
Tiamat.
it's High Fleet Tiamat. Yeah,
We found it at the same time.
yeah.
Do you guys think that Leviathan is the full force of the Hive, or do you think there could be more? Obviously, there's more.
There's
Yep.
more. There's always more. There's always a bigger fish. That's how
Watch
like
my
the-
Tyrannic War
the-
video.
some of the older lore even said that like there were like farseer farsights, however you want to, like farseer visions that indicate that the Tyranids aren't invading aren't invading our galaxy. They are running from something else. Like
No, the Silent King confirmed that there's nothing else. The Tyranids are the greatest threat.
40K confirms a lot of things.
Anime Rambler, thank you.
Again, I will point to the only published Ultramarine Codex in which very clearly stated that Djibouti Gilliman is dead, and his bones are in a shrine on Macrack.
Listen, until said otherwise, we assume that this is how it works.
Yeah,
That is my modus operandi with 40K. Assume it works that way until literally stated otherwise.
mm-hmm. And this is also 40K where there's like out in the Ghoul Stars. I think there is like a planet that eats other ships, and it's not a Tyranid, as far as we can tell.
Can you confirm if it's Tyranid or not, Lieutenant? It doesn't
Well, I can
look like it. It doesn't look like it. Yes, sir.
Or what's the one that's like, it's like there's like a rogue star that like moves around, and it like moved into orbit above a planet, above like an imperial planet at one point, and then the next morning
the demon star,
it, like,
whatever it is.
yeah, and then like the next morning, like the people of the planet had just disappeared. There was no sign of like warfare. There was no sign of conflict. It was like a Mary Celeste situation where basically there was just suddenly no people on this planet. And like subsequent colonists like keep saying that they think they hear people screaming. Like when it's quiet.
that was during the what's his name again? Macarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during the Macarian Crusade, they encountered a planet, and they colonized it, of course, and then they left, and then they sent a group to go and recruit people from it a few years later, and no one was there. They were just gone. Yep. The only thing they found was a tank, where a tank shouldn't be.
Yes.
Chat, it was on top of a ruined structure, and I think they found like an arm in it or something, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, Dark Eldar? No, there would be signs of fighting.
Yeah, there was like, yeah.
Forces of Chaos? No, they would have left a calling card.
Yeah, it can't be slavers. It can't be orcs. Like, what did this?
And then they left, and then reports kept coming in where it's like, yeah, hey, we're sure that no one was left on this planet, right? Yep, nope, everyone was gone. Why do I hear screams? And then they get close, and then they try to follow the screams, and there's nobody. I don't know where that story came from. It might have been like a source book or something.
It feels like a random like short story or like a White Dwarf article or something like that. Like it's that kind of, or maybe in like an Inferno magazine or something like that. Like
something that would be like appropriate spooky.
Yeah, because like I
That's
think
fine.
it sounds like it's from the same sort of era as the short story about the two Navy crewmen that are having the conversation, and one of them is like very clearly possessed by like his mechanical eye.
Hmm.
In the story, um, like, and he like starts to give this like it's like one of the only places that like the whole like Men of Stone, Men of Gold thing comes from,
Ah, that
and it's
story.
just and it's just this like one short story, uh, of this thing that is like clearly meant to be like some sort of like AI intelligence embedded in a cybernetic eye, which is like puppeting this guy's body.
Look at me, Beta 00. Look at me. I'm a human. I got fleshy bits.
Mm-hmm. No, it's doing like a fairly good, like convincing job of like pretending to be human. It's just it has to take out the cybernetic guy at one point during the short story, and like the guy like freaks out because like he can think again. It's like, and then he puts it back in, like,
All right, back in you go.
well, it's like his like cybernetics are like operating independently,
Oh,
like from like what he wants. He's got like a cybernetic arm and stuff as well, like.
Yep, it's already infiltrated his system.
Mm-hmm.
terrifying.
Um,
Listen, I just like the robot who's like, beep boop, I'm a Mechanicus robot. I don't believe you. Beep boop. Rotary cannon spins up. I remember a story talking about a mining crew that was haunted by this demon or something like that. No matter how many times the captain would kill it and burn the body, it would come back the next night and drove the captain insane. I don't remember that one. Maybe I should just do like a 40k night where like you pay money and I talk about a thing. Or like read a thing. No,
Let's
that would
go.
that would feel cheap.
40. No, it's 40K ASMR.
40k ASMR. Ew. I don't like ASMR. I don't care what you like, bitch boy. You're gonna do it because you need the money. You want to starve while in Edmonton? No. Then read it in a sultry voice.
You
The
don't have to just.
cannons began to fire. I like the Halo stars because of the sheer cosmic horrors in there. You see, that's the problem with like the Halo stars, that like they say horrifying shit is in there, but then I'm just like, okay, like what? And then it's that problem of oh, it's indescribable horror. Ah, so we're pulling a fucking H.P. Lovecraft here. Minus the extended racism.
or we're acknowledging the racism.
Except we're acknowledging the racism now.
Wow, what an improvement.
Because you see, boss, the thing you have to understand is that the most terrifying thing is foreigners.
Oh.
No, it's not just foreigners. It's foreigners having sex with white people.
Oh.
But or to be fair, actually, just like people he doesn't know, because it's also just like people from elsewhere in the U.S. It's people from cities, in some cases.
He lived in a fucking city.
Yeah, but he didn't like it because there was people he didn't know.
Right, wasn't he a sheltered mama's boy or something?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh no. You mean there's colors beyond our comprehension? Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's called a spectrum.
Also, it's like this contains non-Euclidean geometry. Most geometry is non-Euclidean.
What? Dun dun dun. What is this fangled contraption? Oh, well, we call it an AC unit.
Mhm.
It cools down your house. Ah! Christ, someone take his head off the science fucking fiction award, please. That's embarrassing. Now, am I gonna say, like, was he a horrible person? Because, like, at that point, he's just dumb. Like,
I mean, a lot of his contemporary writers thought that he was actually a pretty awful person. So, like,
yeah, I'll take the people that worked with him.
yeah.
Take their opinions into account. And then you look up anything about Heimlein, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on here?
He's kind of interesting, like from a writing perspective, though, because he, I think I've said this about Robert Heinlein, is that like he seems to write a thing as almost like a thought experiment of like, I have a very basic idea, I'm going to take that to like a insane like logical end point essentially, but he never really grapples with any of like the implications of taking that to that extent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because, like, Man from Mars, right? He just
Stranger in a Strange Land is the
Yeah.
one you're thinking is the
yeah,
yeah.
that book reads, oh my god,
It's a lot. But it comes from that thing of like, okay, what happens if someone lives for 10,000 years, for 10 million years?
Yeah,
What happens if a single human being lives for 10 million years?
yeah, that's basically it, right? And it's just, you're like, oh, that's a pretty interesting idea and concept, and then you read the book and it's going,
yeah,
why are you arguing for polyamory but hating on the gays, dude?
mm-hmm. Also trans, right? Also like trans as well. The character like changes gender several times
Yeah, that's
over that time.
that's like a weird slap, right? Because he's just like,
Mhm.
ah, yes, gay's bad, but as you see, I have a trans character, and I'm just like, so wait, hold on,
Well, no,
is this reverse turfism? What the
no, because
fuck?
he didn't consider them in any way related. It was just like, yes, the character decides to stop being a man for a while and is a woman for a period of time because that is a new experience. Like, okay,
Cool. I mean, what are you trying to tell me, Heimlein?
that's sort of the things I genuinely, like, having read more and more of it, like, because obviously like everyone like
he's
the
weird is the way I'm gonna put it.
yeah, the easy take is to be like, well, he wrote a fascist book. It's like, well, he wrote a book about what would happen if the military ran the world.
Yeah, it's
Like, so yes, it's like a fascist state because that is sort of one of the definitions of a fascist state, is a degree of military control.
yeah, it's he's a fascinating study as an individual. His books, on the other hand, are just wild.
And yeah, it is interesting that, like, in the case of Star Troopers, the thing I think is more interesting rather than like whatever your opinion of the original novel is, I think it's very interesting that a book that is, I believe to this day, still on the must-read list for the US West Point military school.
Should it be? That book is nothing but like. That book hardly has like any military fighting in it. It's literally just like them arguing in a classroom most of the time.
there's a whole bunch of that, but there's apparently a whole bunch of it that's like drawn from like Heinlein's like own experiences as like a military engineer, apparently.
Yeah.
Um. But like that book could also be read by someone who grew up under Nazi rule, and that person reads this and goes, "This is a book about fascists." Like these characters are Nazis.
Yeah, I'd have to
Because-
relook at that.
because-
and...
because that's what Thingy thought when he read it. That's why the film is the way it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
because-
taking the piss out of it. So
Oh, it is and it isn't because what he said about it is the film is the film that society would make.
that is fair. They would make it campy as fuck. They would make the bugs
they would-
disgusting as fuck.
all of the military heroes are like these like chiseled jaw, like Abercrombie and Finch model-esque Aryan
Yeah, they're all
Like-
pretty.
yeah. And you know the bugs are just like horrific and inhuman, and they cannot be reasoned with, and the narrative ties itself in a knot to be like, no, you can't. We're not going to question like how they were able to like do any of the stuff. We're just going to assume that these insects that can apparently use plasma to push asteroids out of orbit can also accelerate those to
Faster than light.
faster than light speeds and point them at Earth, and they will also bypass all of Earth's defenses. Like that is just never going to be engaged with within the text of the film, but is absolutely there in terms of subtext.
But the asteroid hit Carmen's ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they coincidentally took out their comms array too.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck makes a ship like that?
I actually quite like the design of the ships in that movie.
I do too. Heimline seems to have had a very incongruous set of opinions. I can't.
In
speak.
Congress.
In Congress,
Yeah.
thank you. He wrote a screenplay for a short film called Project Moonbase that featured a high-ranking woman astronaut as well as a woman as president at a time when that never would have been thought of. Still not thought of today.
He is one of these guys that I genuinely look at his work and I go, he is not putting his own politics into this. Like, I think he is, like, legitimately one of these people that is, like, he is not writing as a vector for his own politics, but he is also not aware of his own inherent biases
Yeah, that's
in the way he writes,
that is
in the conclusions that he comes to.
that is totally fair, actually. To answer someone else's question, we're painting Rubric Marines because I'm playing Thousand Suns in a tournament. Which now, by the way, we got those point totals, so that's going to be fun list crafting.
Yeah.
I don't have
How
access
are
to
those
the
trims
robots, though.
doing?
Kill me! I feel nothing but hate in my soul.
I mean, on the plus side, all of your Thousand Suns like came down in points. Like,
Yep. Fucking
so you
Forge.
get to- so you
Fucking
get to have-
Mauler
you get
Fiends.
to have more.
Mauler Fiends are 130 points a pop. Forge Fiends 140. Those new robots that we have, they're 90 points each for a unit of 2. And then like double that if it's a unit of 4.
Iron Man's
Terminator-
like 100.
Yeah, he's 100 points, but he's stuck on disc.
I mean,
I don't like that he's stuck on disc because like that. What about the people that didn't want to take him on disc?
I mean, I guess you can, like, can he still join rubrics?
Yeah, you can still join rubrics.
Well, you just don't put the model on the disc. Like, rules-wise, he's still on disc. He's moving fast because he's a wizard. You know?
Good on
Like,
you.
Have you tried going fast? Truly a wonderful time. Hey, boss, are the Night Lords or Alpha Legion any good in the Horus Heresy? In which two of the Knight, this is a problem. So, since 3rd edition's coming out, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if their abilities are gonna change. Right now, Night Lords cause fear, and they get bonuses against units that are under the effects of broken morale. So, like, I think they get, and I think they want to be like a, they want to outnumber people, if I remember. Give me a sec. Also, if you can, please don't forget to donate. I really appreciate it. Hey, Aramis. Bad news. My disability fucked me over. I'll have to let the mods know and everything. Yeah, I'm getting the Night Lords up here right now. One sec. Ultramarine Salamanders, Blood Angels, Night Lords. Yeah, a talent for murder. When a unit made up entirely of models with a special rule, attack during the fight subphase, or make a shooting attack against an enemy unit, an enemy unit that is pinned, falling back, or outnumbered by the attacking unit, it gains a bonus of +1 to wound or armor penetration rolls made during the shooting attack or assault. When determining if a unit is outnumbered, models with the bulky act special rule count as a number of models equal to the value included as part of that special rule. Models with the vehicle unit type count as 10 for the purposes of determining if the model is outnumbered by another unit.
so Dreadnought is the equivalent of 10 Space Marines.
Yeah, so the idea is that you take swarms of infantry. And dreadnoughts. So, like, Raptor squads, Marauder squads, their special squads, like their own unique special units for their army, and lots of dreadnoughts and heavy guns. Essentially, what you're trying to do is that you're just trying to scare the shit out of your opponent. Because you're Night Lords. Whoo! Spooky. And then Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion reduce the range. The Alpha Legion treat all enemy units as being 2 inches. The Alpha Legion force you to treat them as if they're 2 inches further away than they are. So this applies for shooting, charges, reactions, and it is cumulative with any modifiers to range imposed by special rules such as night fighting or war gear. So if your gun has rapid fire, like use the bolt gun as an example, because rapid fire is within 12 inches for the bolter, you now have to be within 10 inches for it to count. Because they're being treated as 2 inches further away. So you have to get closer to them. They also get another special ability where it's... I look at one special unit from any of the other legions. Yoink. Mine. So you want Salamander's... like the Salamander Special Terminator unit? Yours. You want the Blade Squad from Emperor's Children? Yours. You want to mock me as an Ultramarine and take my Caesarian and Victorous squad? You can do that. You can only take one, though. You can only take one special unit. But it gets the benefits of your Alpha Legion detachment. Essentially, they're just really cool Alpha Legionnaires as a special unit. So it comes down to, do you want to scare the shit out of people? Or do you want to be annoying as piss and steal your opponent's shit? What the fuck? I was thinking I'd take the Tyrant Siege Terminators because I've heard those are really good if I do Alpha Legion. Yeah, but remember you can only take one of them, and Tyrant Siege Terminators, they're very expensive. They're like really, really expensive. Yeah, they're 300 points for 5. And then they're 55 points additional for each one you want to take. So you're taking a 600 point Terminator squad. With essentially you're taking 10 Terminators or 5 Terminators with Cyclone missile launchers. Yeah, they're very expensive. And yeah, you can do that. You can do that. And I'm not telling you what to do. Because, again, you can take anything. Though, wait, hold on. I forgot. There is a restriction. Alpha Legion can't take anything from World Eaters. If I need to explain why, that's very depressing. Because, do you want butcher's nails? That's how you get butcher's nails. But yeah, like, we're getting a new edition. I don't know what's in store for it. Like, we're getting... There's, like, lots of concerns and worries that it's going to be, like, Hero Hammer, more like Age of Sigmar, and people are very worried about that. I know Will was expressing worry. Kosek, I made a video for, like, 2nd edition Horus Heresy. That goes over, like, all of it. But, take it from me, don't play Thousand Suns. Don't play Thousand Suns in Horus Heresy 2nd edition. Don't do it. Save yourself a headache. Much like in the Horus Heresy itself, the Thousand Suns could not catch a break. Unless it's Magnus getting his back broken.
Why are you gonna do this to our boys?
It's chat to make it very simple and understandable. The Thousand Suns ability in Horus Heresy is that you have 5 psychic disciplines that you have to give to each and every unit in your army. And keep track of it. And then, to activate these abilities, you have to do a psychic test. If you fail that test, you take Perils of the Warp. Which can only be stopped by an invulnerable save. Most of your units don't have invulnerable saves. Now, this is a situation where it's like, only like 1 out of like every 10 rolls you're going to fail. But you could have shitty rolling. And you could get fucked very easily. And it can just like spiral out of control. And then your units don't hit as hard as they should, even when their abilities are active. They're very situational. And it's like, wow, this feels very fluffy. And that's funny. That's cool. That's very fluffy. But it doesn't feel good mechanically. What is a Dreadnought made only for the support with the twin autocannons, missiles, and Volcates or other things?
Deredeo.
Deredeo?
The Deredeo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Daredale, or as the community calls it, the Dorito. Because it looks like a Dorito chip when you look at it from above.
It got a hell of a glow up from what it originally looked like when they first made the first one.
Yep. Daredale is okay in Horus Heresy. I prefer Leviathans.
I think I like Leviathan, or now I quite like Saturnine.
That Saturnine looks real good, though.
Saturnine, like, it looks like a Space Marine Halverin, basically, or it looks like a Space Marine Telema, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool.
I'm gonna paint one model tonight. I'm a little down.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Like I got the news and it just like it hit
No,
me like a truck.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense.
Because now I have to recontextualize and replan everything, and then I also ordered myself lunch today, and now I'm taking that into account, and I'm just like, ah. It's just not fun. Welcome to my life, chat. I hate it.
I'm currently looking at a conversion I'm working on at the moment, and I'm annoyed because I don't have the one bit to finish it.
What bit is that?
I want an open hand so that I can have him holding a skull.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have a suitable hand in my bits box, and I've had to order
To
one.
dig or not to dig? That is the question. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm building a world eater.
Oh, my bad. To behead or not to behead? That is the question.
Well, he is a master of execution, so yeah.
No head.
So no head?
No, he has.
Well, no. In this case, there is head.
He has lots of heads.
Are you seriously beheading people by yourself? No! I'm with the Berserker Warband! Ah! No, I'm with the science team. Yeah. Everyone says that Korn hates scientists. I wish to dash these rumors. He does not hate scientists. Scientists figure out how to make killing more efficient.
Korn cares not from where the blood flows.
If that nerd from fucking accounting learns how to make a Gatling gun and uses it, cool. The nerd figure out how to do it. Why didn't you, Steven?
Yep.
How about you start figuring out how to kill people there, Steven, instead of bitching at me?
Oh, that was like the thing, because I was the Poor Hammer podcast did a thing a couple of weeks ago, which was like ranking, like they did like a tier list of like all the Eldar weapons, like just because they'd done all the Imperial ones, and they were like, we're going to do the Eldar ones now because there's enough like variants, and like they got into like so like all the Eldari weapons are kind of cool, like they've like, I mean, Wraith cannons are literally like they shoot you and suck your soul out into the warp of your body, and you just drop dead. And then you just drop dead. Like it's insane.
So that's why they can fuck Angron.
Yeah. But like all of the Drukhari ones are like, this is a variant of an Eldari weapon that has been made less lethal and more painful. Like, that's actually the design philosophy throughout it.
Man, Dark Eldar, what's your weapon design philosophy? We want to make you suffer. So, how do you do that? Well, you see, we lower the lethality, but we up the fucking the horror that it does to you. What do you mean? Well, we added more shrapnel to the shotgun, but we made it smaller. And poison it. Okay. Yeah. The idea is that it's not going to kill you. It's going to hurt like a bitch, though. And then we come and collect
the poison?
you.
What does the poison do? Oh, it just hurts you over and over again.
And over, and over, and over, and it just keeps going on, and on, and on. It's that one thing from like SpongeBob where it's like, forever, forever. I gotta get my job back, Mr. Krabs. You see, Mr. Krabs, I come to beg for my job back.
But I mean, unlike the other hand, they're apparently gonna maybe be getting a new special character when they eventually get
Oh,
updated.
please give them Vect back.
The one that got leaked isn't Vect. I mean, I think they will get Vect back if in like 11th edition they get like a full like range update / reboot like Necron style. I think they get Vect back on some kind of like cool personal ship thing.
God, please, I want that.
I don't think you'll be able to take him like without the cool ship, but it'll be like Vect on like his like pleasure barge thing.
Do you think we'll get updated slave girls on the barge?
I mean, I hope so, and we get slave boys as well because Vect does not care apparently canonically.
I mean, why would he?
No, he's according to the Lilith Hesperak book, canonically bi. Or canonically pan.
If he wasn't a scumfuck murdering asshole,
Mhm.
Good for him.
Yay, diversity win.
Oh no, the Mike Brooks Lilith Hesperak's book is like the queerest 40k book I have ever read.
I still found that funny. I gave you a girlfriend, you bitch.
I love that.
He's playing a game of 40k, chat. He's playing Dark Eldar, and he's running Lilith Hesperex, and she failed a like what, a 6-inch charge twice. Chat, for a unit like Lilith Hesperex to fail a 6-inch charge twice is embarrassing.
Yep.
Like that's when you just call the game.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the twists from the new mission deck?
I have not.
So they're optional rules that you can put in, like, and you can draw them like the way you do it. The way you're meant to do it is like you draw your missions, you get your secondaries, you do all that kind of stuff, and then with the agreement of your opponent, you draw one card from the twist deck, and that applies to the game.
Oh.
And one of them is, I think, called Bloodlust.
Okay.
Which is all charges are done on 3d6.
Oh. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Another one is called Point Blank.
Lots of rapid fire.
No.
Oh.
All ranged weapons in the game get the pistol ability.
Oh, fuck.
So you can fire them in close combat.
Chat, you want to break a game in half? That's how you break a game in half. And it's beautiful.
I mean, it's optional. Like that's the thing. It's like...
Yeah, it's optional, but like that's the kind of shit that I live for.
Yeah. People were like freaking out because they were like, "Oh shit, these are in the mission deck. Are these going to be like in tournament play?" And they're like, "No, these are not for tournament play."
I'm gonna bitch about something as soon as I'm done inking this guy up. And chat, I'm not worrying about like how good these guys look. I just need to get them fucking done.
No, those trims must be perfect.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You want perfection? You come down here and do it. You get what you get from me.
Look behind you.
Made him look, motherfucker. Hey, T-Com.
I'll stop telling Boss to improve his edging.
No, that's not my job.
I
No.
I edge very well, thank you very much.
How's your
Have you seen me with my Thousand Suns box?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, 1 second, because I'm gonna.
I can smell you.
Just left and came back. Fuck you. Fuck you.
That was funny. That was funny.
It was funny.
That was
It
comedy.
funny. That was comedy.
Comedy gold.
I appreciate you on a physical level. But yeah, T-Com, I'm gonna be making an announcement right away here on Discord. So 1 sec. Oh, fuck. Come
Okay.
on. Come on, get on there. Thank you. Yeah. So everyone. Bad news. Yep, and Gen Con is in a couple of days where I live. Well, a couple of weeks where I live.
Never been to Gen Con. I really want to go.
I've been once. And I have a story about it, which is kind of cool, but that's I will let Boss finish his thing.
There we go.
Hey.
And just add insult to injury. I'm going to commit various unforgivable war crimes. I'll be wanted in every country.
It's my job.
I'm a space warlord from the Outer Rim. Crap. Okay. Yeah, so that's the news. Please kill me. Yeah, welcome to my life, buddy. It's my fault. We knew this was a thing and we forgot to account for it, so I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. But something I'm gonna bitch about that's not that. Have you seen that Caldor Drago is currently unavailable in most places, so people are saying that he might get a new model or get removed? The Grey Knights need a fucking... Well, we go into Grey Knights and take a look. He does need a new model, genuinely, though. Sold out online. Sold out online.
I have the metal one on my shelf.
Yeah, their Redeemer,
okay.
Their Special Land Raider, their Brother Captain, and Caldor Drago, along with the Nemesis Dread Knight, are all sold out online. So they are probably getting a model refresh.
Well, we already knew about the... We already knew the Dread Knight was getting a refresh.
Yeah, we knew that one.
Some of it could be a repackaging. Some of it, they've done that with a few of them.
Blade Charge,
'cause
if
they did
they're
that with
sold
some of
out
the-
online, it's because they're doing stuff with the range. It's not because they're literally out of stock.
Yeah, out of stock is temporarily out of stock. That's how they phrase that.
Yeah, if it's temporarily out of stock, like Castellan Crow is, then that means that they need to make more. If it's sold
Oh,
out...
I'm in the UK. Castellan Crow is not temporarily out of stock in the UK.
He is in Canada, at least. I don't know if I was just on my side, but after you said Grey Knights, you froze. Probably on my side. Listen, guys, my fucking life right now is garbage. I'm so pissed. My technology is failing. My job is constantly in flux. I hate it. Someone make it stop.
Okay, what is going on?
It's
Okay.
the internet glitching up again. I can't do anything about it. It's fine. I'm freezing up on people's ends. I don't know what
Are
to
you
do.
seeing frame drops?
No, not on my end at least.
Then it's not you.
I give up. I give up. I can't win.
It's been okay. It's been okay on my end, and I'm usually. The one that has the
I think
worst,
it's
like, connection
Tunist.
stuff.
I think it's Tunist's end. But either way,
Yeah.
if I see someone complaining about it, my brain panics immediately, and I'm just like, I hate panicking. I hate this.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this, and what I'm looking at is okay. So the Grey Knight Land Raider Redeemer, that was a upgrade. That was an upgrade kit for the Land Raider. The Dread Knight we know is probably getting repackaged, and the other two characters are fine cast.
Yeah.
So they're just getting taken off. They're just getting taken off sale.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think they would do the upgrade for the Dread Knight. I thought they were gonna do a plastic Grey Knight Brother Captain model, like it's just a generic one, because they didn't have one, and that was sort of because they did that for Custodes. They just did a generic Shield Captain. But yeah, Grey Knight needs an entire range refresh, but Grey Knight players are going to be pissed off when that happens.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you don't get a Terminator squad that can build into 3 different squads. I guarantee you don't get a strike squad that is actually 5 or 6, is actually like 3 or 4 different squads. Those will get split up into separate boxes that you'll have to buy individually.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You were copying your edit my page link.
That's not good.
Also, I don't think that you actually posted that in the Discord with your announcement.
Yeah, you didn't post your link.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Just the announcement.
There you go.
Oops. Chat, this is how tired and frustrated I am. I'm so sorry.
It's perfectly fine.
Mistakes happen.
I want to
You
read
are
what
under a
will
lot
be
of stress
fine.
right now.
This is what
You are fine.
savings are for. It's for emergencies.
Yeah, but I do not like being in emergency land.
I know.
Emergency land sucks.
It does.
Emergency
No one
land's like
does.
listening to the alarm on a Star Destroyer going off 24/7, and all you can do is just be like, "Yep, the engines are fucked. I don't know what to tell you, computer."
Oh yeah, babe. This is exactly why I put my tax return in that fucking savings account.
I know. I'm more worried about the trip to Edmonton. It's a whole thing. I was going to talk about it with you later in private.
Okay. Sorry. I see anxious, and I need.
I know
to-
you need to fix. They put their hands on my face, chat.
My hands are cold.
No.
No, it's
Oh.
already hot enough. And smoky. I don't like how it...
Good cold or bad cold?
It's that weird cold. It's like lukewarm. So, like, you're not cooling me down, but you're not heating me up. And it's just weird, right?
Fair enough.
What is in the lore reason why Bjorn the Fell-Handed was put into a box knot and not in a better dreadnought? That is the better dreadnought.
It just looks like shit.
The box knot is the better dreadnought when it comes to life support.
Oh, you take that back, Phoenix.
What did you say?
I said it just looks like shit.
It just
It's better, but it looks worse.
Hold on, I need to show. I don't think I've shown Phoenix Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Will says, and I quote, "Take that back."
I shake my fist at you, an old person.
He shakes an old person at you.
Okay, but give me a comparison to look at.
Give you a comparison?
Yeah.
To what?
The better Dreadnought.
This is the better Dreadnought.
No, I know, but like the other one that the person was referring to. See that paint scheme?
That's an Imperial Fist. This is Space Wolf 1.
Yeah, I like that better.
This one actively kills them.
Good.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
They agree with me.
I don't.
Yeah, Will and T-Com don't.
I like
They're entitled to their own opinion, and I respect them.
Well, what about the Signature?
I like the Leviathan. The Casterfarm is nostalgic for me, and I think Bjorn is one of the best looking Casterfarms.
Does that look cool to you?
Give me a second.
So the reason why Bjorn was put in there is because it was the only one available, I think, as well. But genuinely, the Castaferum does not torture its pilot, unlike what the Contemptor and the Leviathan do.
I mean, it could.
It could. It's just
You have to be like
Mechanicus, get on that.
You have to be like super amputated to be put into the Contemptor, I believe, and the Leviathan just makes you insane.
Yeah. The Contemptor, like...
This is what that looks like to me. It looks poorly photoshopped and like it's on roids.
What the fuck?
Poorly photoshopped.
Phoenix is showing me a picture of a guy who, like, photoshopped his stomach to make it look thinner.
But he's got absolutely jacked shoulders, so it just looks like he's...
It looks
like,
bad.
It looks like he's both starving himself and on steroids.
Oh, did you show them the Saturn?
Did you? Looks like to me.
Have I shown
Did you show
Phoenix
them-
the Saturnine yet?
Yeah.
They saw the trailer for it, but I doubt they remember it.
I saw
There's
the
a- there's
trailer,
a-
I could not pick out any specific thing from it and be able to name it. So
Ah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
know.
This is the new
there is
Dreadnought.
Oh, it's Shoulder Boy.
Yeah, it's Shoulder Boy.
Yeah. There's a space. There's
I
a
like
Space
Shoulder
Wolf one. In,
You like
the-
Shoulder Boy?
He's very round.
This is the smaller Shoulder Boy. We call them eggs now.
Yes, he is an egg. You are correct.
So are we allowed to get this box when it comes out?
When does it come out?
Sometime in summer?
Like a month.
If it's after August, yes. Like if it's like towards the last half of August.
But what
It will be available.
What if
It will
it's
be available
before?
until then.
We will have.
Oh,
to
yeah.
wait.
Okay.
I guarantee you, even if they sell out online for the pre-orders,
This is going
Yeah.
to be the 3rd edition box. We know that.
yeah,
Like look
And
at that size.
they even if they sell out, there will be boxes
Don't
in
talk
stores.
to me or my son ever again.
I'm showing Phoenix this, right? Hold on. I'm showing Phoenix this. Don't talk to me, my son, or my even bigger son ever again.
Yeah, we can't see what you're showing because it's not showing. Oh, there it is. There we
right,
go.
yeah. Sorry.
There. No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Stream delay.
When you have to take the kids to work with you.
God, when you have to bring the kids to work with you. Here, little Timmy, you get an axe. Here you go, Greg. You get a cannon. Criminy. It's cool, by the way. I do like these. I do like the Saturnine. That's a big boy. Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, William wants so bad. Announcer wants so
Yeah.
bad, chat. But
I
anyway.
was gonna say yes. William agrees. Actually, that's the thing. I don't necessarily know if I do. The thing that is going to make me bite Heresy hard is updated Mark IVs.
Yeah, no, listen. Top 3 Space Marine armors. Mark II is my favorite of all time. Mark IV comes in close, hot second, with Mark V Heresy armor, because I just like my shitty armors. It's literally, why are we calling it the Mark V? Because the other one was called Corvus Pattern, and it's way more advanced than this hunk of junk.
Also, like Mark V isn't even like a defined pattern. It's like dozens of different like patterns of armor that they just like. Yeah, it's all Mark V.
What do you think about Dark Angel's tabletop army? Which one?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on?
Can you elaborate Horus Heresy or 40K? Because I have varying opinions on the two. They do not play the same way.
Ew.
I can tell you right now, my friend who I'm gonna be practicing with this weekend, holy shit, he kicks my ass with them. But that's more due to how he plays than the Dark Angels themselves. Listen, if you're playing competitive Dark Angels, you're always bringing Azrael. You're always bringing him. 40K, ha ha ha. Okay. Dark... No.
Because you just took your coffee.
What the fuck?
Wait, Sky?
TB Scott... TB Scott...
Holy shit.
Do I have competition?
TB Sky, and if you're watching, thank you very much for the Kofi. $100 US.
This is really good shorts on like game design and like character design and how it talks about like story and stuff. Holy fuck, chat. If you
I have
can,
competition.
go send this man some love. Go send this beautiful person some love. They deserve it. They're a good person. They make fun video essays. They make fun YouTube shorts. I really like his Shovel Knight videos, by the way. I need to play Shovel Knight again. I like Shovel Knight. They actually added in a thing in Shovel Knight where you can
Never played
adjust
it.
the genders of all the characters.
Ooh.
So you can have gender bent Shovel Knight and Shield
Neat.
Knight and all the bosses. Get a lot. But yeah, thank you so much, TV
fuck,
Sky.
that sold out.
What?
actually-
What's all that?
I'm looking at the Wood Elf stuff. from
Oh,
Old
yeah.
World,
That was
and
gonna
I'm
sell
look-
out. That was gonna sell out.
Well, the classic stuff is mostly still in stock, but like the old Wood Elf Noble and Forest Dragon sold out.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, which is like
Knight, check your router if you're lagging the fuck out, because there's not anything on my end.
I got a little bit there, and it came through on Discord
Yeah.
as well. It was like a little bit roboty, but it sounded like a thing like rebooting. Like it was.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any frame drops on my
Um,
end. I do not doubt that like there is a glitch in my internet. I don't doubt
Well, it was
Are you
announced last week that we would be North America would be getting hit by solar storms for the next 2 weeks.
that. Oh fuck, that might be it too.
What?
We're getting hit with solar storms for the
Yeah.
next few weeks. So that might mess with our internet a little bit.
I mean, I can double check to see if they're actually gonna hit us specifically. But are you streaming on?
Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I've been doing tests.
Okay.
I'm still
So-
testing.
This chat is Twitch. This chat is YouTube.
No, this is multi-stream up here.
Okay, but this is specifically Twitch.
This is specifically Twitch.
Okay. Cause it was Twitch first, and then it was fine, and then it was YouTube. I think it's having trouble with the multi-stream.
It might be. Either way, I am going to answer this person's question. Sorry about that, Space Pirate. So, Dark Angels as an army, they want to be, they act like they're jack of all trades, So like you have your 3 wings. You have your green wing, which is like all your basic marine shit. So like everything that like Ultramarines get, Raven Guard get, that's what green wing is. Then you have your Raven Wing and your Death Wing. Raven Wing is your fast attack units, so like your bikes, your speeders, your fighter planes, all that kind of stuff. And their specific job is to basically be like hit and runners. So you take like Blackwing Knights and Raven Wing Riders, all that kind of stuff, and they charge out into the field, weaving and jinking through enemy lines, and just like you pick a weak spot, you start harassing the shit out of it, and while the Raven Wing is distracting your opponent's army, the Green Wing is moving up, or you're bringing in the Death Wing to capitalize on those harassed units. Because the Death Wing is your big veterans, the Terminators, the big dreadnoughts, that kind of thing. And they hit really, really damn hard. Deathwing Knights right now are, in my opinion, the best Loyalist Terminators we have right now.
Then you had the Dreadwing.
And then you have that's Horse
Hammer.
Heresy. That's Horse Heresy.
Yeah.
I mean, you have them in 40k as well. They just call them the Star Phantoms.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is... Hold on.
Oh
What?
shit, that's me, sorry.
I'm like, why am I in the corner? Sorry about that, chat. But yeah, like, if you're playing Dark Angels, it comes down to what kind of strategies do you want to lean into more? Do you want to lean into very heavily Raven Wing supporting Deathwing, Deathwing supporting Green Wing, Green Wing supporting Deathwing or Raven Wing? It's entirely like that circle of balance kind of a thing. If you're wanting to play competitive, your best bet right now, get yourself Azrael. Holy shit. Will Azrael do so much for you? He gives you like an additional command point a turn. I have to look at what he does. Hold on. Because I don't have this book, but I do, like, I've played against him enough. He's really good. Yes, I've got him. Yes, he is. Park him in the back with like an intercessor squad, and he more than makes up for anything you need him to do. Plus, he's funny. In the books, he's just genuinely hilarious. He is a sarcastic dickhead, and I love him for it. Yeah, so he gives the unit he's with Supreme Grandmaster. He gives the unit he's with Sustain Hits 1. So, if you don't want to park him in the back, you actually want him to go do shit, park him inside a Hellblaster squad and watch him work. Or put him in, like, a Inner Circle Companions or Blade Guard, and again, watch him work. And yeah, at the start of your command phase, he gives you an additional CP. So, like, that's 2 command points a turn for you. For the tournament, which armies am I worried about going up against? Ooh, that's a good question.
The real question is, have you decided on an actual fucking list yet?
They released the points. They
They
released the points.
they
I
released
can't
the points?
access the rules because I don't have my book yet. But they released the points. So I've been fucking around with that.
Have you gotten an email about when you're gonna get your book?
Probably next week.
May I see?
I haven't gotten an email about it. You're in the camera set again.
Oh, sorry. It's not my fault that the beanbag is in such an awkward position for your camera.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten anything. So it's still on pre-order, so it'll probably go up on full official order this week, and then probably be here by sometime either Thursday or Friday or the week before we leave. But at least until then, I can start planning, right? I'm running Inner Circle with Azrael. There you go. Yeah, but armies that I'm worried about at the tournament, there's 3 that I'm heavily watching out for. World Eaters being one of them. World Eaters right now, listen. Yes, World Eaters be scary in melee combat. They murder, they mulch, they chew things up like crazy. But, They ain't got nothing. Like, their melee has nothing on their shooting right now. All their vehicles got rapid fire. All of them. Rapid fire las cannons, rapid fire ectoplasma cannons, rapid fire Hades autocannons. Their Predator tanks shoot more than the fucking Warglaves for knights. That's insane. Yes, they lost a point of ballistic skill, but they're putting out just as much shooting as orcs do. And that's terrifying. So I'm worried about that because they just hit so damn hard. Then there's my fucking cat, dude. The next army that I would be worried about is Eldar. Eldar still hit really damn hard. Their units are very tricky and can always just get out of a bind. And, like, I've ran face first into Eldar, like, a Wraith list. That shit's annoying. It is extremely difficult to, like, chop down a Wraith list. Now, outscoring a Wraith list, pretty easy. But that's, like, you have to, like, do stuff to make sure they're not seeing you. But goddamn, like, do Wraiths hurt. And the third army that I'm worried about, like, I'm worried about running into at the tournament, either other Thousand Sons, or, what other army would I be scared of right now? Not Necrons, not Mechanicus, Imperial Guard, no. Death Guard. There we go. Death Guard got disgustingly good. Like, what the hell happened here? Kind of a thing. Their contagion rule got so much better. And
I think they had to. I think this sounds like it kind of shitty reasoning, but I think it is an element of that. I almost think they needed to make it really good to make people stop asking for disgustingly resilient.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because, like, the contagion thing is clearly how they want Death Guard to play, and people are like, no, we want them to just be inherently tough and hard to kill, and it's like, but this is the thing that actually will. This is, or like, well, yeah, but that's how they play in Heresy. It's not how they play in 40K. We're using this as a contrast, like.
Yeah, they right now they have the ability of Nurgle's Gift, Aura.
Mhm.
So you get a contagion range starting at 3, and it grows by 3 for every turn, leading until turn 3. So it's stuck at a 9-inch at turn 3. Each afflicted, you can choose one of the 3 to give each turn. Oh wait, no. While an enemy unit is within contagion range, they're considered to be afflicted. While an enemy is afflicted, they get -1 toughness and 1 additional, which depends on the plague you choose before the game starts. So they get -1 toughness. Any units within contagion range get -1 toughness. And then you can either give them -1 weapon skill or ballistic skill, -1 to their save, or -1 to their OC. So people are right now, competitively, they're choosing between the save or they're choosing the weapon skill and ballistic skill. If I'm going up against war leaders, I'm choosing weapon skill and ballistic skill. If I'm going up against Thousand Sons, I'm choosing -1 to their save. That's the mentality, right? Like, it depends on who you're going up against. If it's orcs, you're making their shooting and melee worse. If you're going up against Necrons, you're making their saves worse. It all depends on who you're fighting. I think the best detachment right now is Shamblerot Victorum, which is they just get zombies, a never-ending horde of zombies. Or their Mortarian's Hammer detachment, because you can choose afflictions 12 inches away with that one. All the Death Guard units got way tougher. Mortarion, just like his other two brothers, all just like his other three brothers, have gotten marginally worse. I think he's still. I think like right now, contention is that it's still an argument between him and Magnus being the best. But we'll have to see what happens. I've been thinking of playing Deathlord's Chosen because it seems quite fun. Yeah, which if you're playing for fun, good on you. I I'm not going to this tournament expecting to win. I'm not going there expecting to win. Do I hope I win a game? Yes. I hope I win a game. But we are going there for 3 reasons. 1, I'm gonna make a video out of it. I'm gonna record stuff. Not record everything, but I'm gonna record like me walking into the building, walking around the area, recording some of the stuff during my games, take lots of pictures. Like I'm having to take notes during my game, kind of a thing. 2, I haven't been to a convention in forever, and I hope I can have some fun. This isn't a vacation, by the way. This is strictly work. But I still want to have fun, right? I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. And then last but not least, we are hoping to at least win 1 game. 1 game. Because, like, come on. You're playing a game. You hope to win at least once. And hopefully I can make it entertaining with how I win, kind of a thing, right? By the way, do you reckon it's better to have 10 Blight Lords and 20 Poxwalkers, or 5 Blights and 40 Pox? Depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to, like, pin the enemy down? Because then I take 40 Poxwalkers. Are you trying to, like, kill something? I take 10 Blight Lords. It's
Do you want to paint 40 Poxwalkers?
Do you want to paint 40 Poxwalkers? I can tell you right now, I'm painting 40 goddamn models and I want to die. I am heavily debating on limiting down my model pool because I know I'm going to have to bring 2 bricks of Rubric Terminators.
Like,
probably 3, actually.
Let's be honest here, though. Like, Poxwalkers have significantly less chaos trim on them.
They do. It's just like how much... It's just tedium at that point. Tedium.
Yeah.
Thousand Suns are annoying because of all the trim. And again, like, I have given up trying to be very clean and clear with my Thousand Suns. I gave up. They're getting the quick paint treatment right now, and... yeah, it's driving me nuts, but hey, at least they look battle ready.
I saw someone that did, like, what I could only describe as the most cheating version of a Thousand Suns scheme.
Was it worse than mine, where it was silver, bronze, and blue?
No. They painted their Thousand Suns like they were Nighthaunt.
What?
They did them as ghosts, basically, with like psychic ghosts.
Okay, 1, that's cool. 2,
Yeah.
fuck him.
Like the sorcerer is like a painted Thousand Sun, and then the rest of the squad are ghosts.
Fuck
Okay,
you!
but
That's cool as shit!
Yeah. But
And
also,
apparently it was quick to paint as well.
It's fucking genius! Why didn't I think of that?
I know, right? See, I'm just going the route of having a paint job so outrageous no one's gonna notice the mistakes.
God, I'm terrible. Why did I do this to myself? Just be ghosty. Do it that way. Why am I doing these complex color schemes, dude?
Yep,
Because it's gonna look sick.
Yeah, spray
Because they
spray
look
it
really good.
Spray it white, wash it a color, dry brush it white. That's your
Jeez.
model.
like I said, I am when I get back from the tournament, I'm just going to be working on my Emperor's Children.
Mm-hmm.
And my sisters, like sisters and Emperor's Children. But like you guys have seen my Emperor's Children. I showed them before. Yeah, here there. Here you go, chat. Get a look at that. That's how I'm doing my Emperor's Children, is purple, white, and gold. Shit's fun. They are my Princes of Excess. And I'm writing lore for them now too, and I'm enjoying it. You know what? Actually, for the last little bits of this stream, I will tell you about the Princes of Excess, because I wanted to take the piss out of the Emperor's Children, because it's funny to me, and it's very Emperor's Children. What do you think about the take that says that Warhammer wasn't meant to be played competitively and was more of a play with what you like thing? That's how it's supposed to be. Warhammer as a competitive game does not work. It's too insane, it's too random, and like every army, in Magic, you have the balance that each color does a thing. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a fighting game as a card game. In Pokemon, it is literally just Pokemon battles, but in card form. 40k is... And now I've stacked like several hundred buffs on my guy, and I rolled a 1. Oh no, your opponent then rolls a surprising reprisal and comes back from the brink of fucking death and wins. Or you absolutely grand slam your opponent off the table turn 1.
It's important to say that not only is 40k naughty balanced or like great, like even playing field competitive game, it has never been that.
Yeah, it's...
I was like, the boss got into like 4K, I think with like you said 5th edition.
Yeah, I came in 5th edition. I came in the edition where you could conga line units, and then you're just fucked. Because that old 5th edition didn't have like, first line, back line. It just said you're in combat. Have fun.
I think that was also the edition where a 10 model squad of orc knobs could take 44 points of damage before you had to remove a model.
Yep.
Because that was balanced.
Yeah, that was so much fun dealing with that. Hey, you like rolling 3d6 leadership, failing, and then having to attack yourself? That was Necrons.
Yeah. But like, I remember like third and fourth edition, like competitive, the competitive scene then. Yeah, it wasn't run by GW at the time. It was run by 4 or 5 different organizations that all had their own rules on how tournaments ran, and not only their own rules, they rewrote the codexes for competitive play, and each of them did it differently.
Yeah, no one can agree on how to balance 40k. No one can agree. Because every army does something radically different. We're all playing on the same rules, just in different ways. Remember, Space Marines in 10th edition, they just get rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's against one specific target, but they get to reroll everything against that specific target. Chaos Space Marines, we just get extra hits or auto wounds. Because fuck you. Eldar, I just get to move again. Yeah, it's conditional movement, but I get to move again. Necrons, I get back up. I get to live again. Orcs, I get a once per game ability where I scream really loud, I get to charge in a turn in which I advanced, and I get an extra attack, and then the next turn, I only get the extra attack. Does that seem balanced to you?
And then you have other armies like, say, Mechanicum, where you get to wait for 11th edition.
Yeah, you get to wait for 11th edition. How's that Orbital Bombardment as a army ability going for you?
It's not great.
Not great. Yo, Leagues of Votann, how you doing with the grudge token system that we had to fix 3 times?
Would be nice if it was just a detachment rule and wasn't actually our full army rule, and hopefully that will be the thing they change when it comes to be our army at some point.
How does it
hopefully
feel that
later
you
this
don't
year.
even have a... How does it feel that you only have 1 tank?
They have 2 tanks technically.
You have a
One's
transport
their-
and a tank.
They're both transports.
Oh, my bad. You have an even boxier Land Raider and a slightly better Rhino.
Oh, no, you don't understand. It's way smaller than a Rhino.
I know. It acts like a Razorback, but has the size of, like, what? One of those Gene Stealer cult vehicles?
Yeah, it's like physically the size of like some of the orc like buggies.
Mm-hmm.
And it costs about like the same as a Land Raider.
Let's put it this way: the heaviest vehicle that the Gene Stealer cults can field is the same size as a buggy or an orc truck, and this thing is supposed to be like their Land Raider. Make it make sense.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I think they can also field the Baneblade.
If they take the guards attachment, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, make that make sense, chat. Some armies are just inherently better than others. Like back in 5th edition, the edition that I started in, you know who the top 3 armies were? Grey Knights, Necrons, Blood Angels. Don't bother playing anything else if you want to play competitive. Blood Angels just...
Fuck 5th edition Grey Knights.
Like, Blood Angels, they were just Death Company, best melee unit in the game, period. Khorne Berserkers couldn't beat them, nothing could beat them in melee. They were only outdone by Necrons because Necrons didn't fucking die. And I'm not saying that...
Thankfully, I think this was after they got rid of the rule where your number of Death Company models was random.
Yeah. The reason why I say, and by the way, I'm saying this not because the Necron's ability is to get back up after they're dead. By the way, thank God they changed it the way that it is now. Because back then it was, you roll every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Every turn. And that unit is still alive. People had to go out of their way to murder Necron units by the fucking truckload. And you had to make sure they were dead, like the last model was removed in order so they can't revive again.
That being said, if you did either kill their general or reduce the army below a certain amount, there was a chance the entire army just disappears.
I don't think that was 5th edition. I don't remember that one.
Did they get rid of Fade Out?
Yeah, I think they got rid of that in...
Okay.
I'd have to find the 5th edition codex.
Because like that was the other side of it. Like I remember from 3rd edition was because they're space undead.
Yeah, they're space undead.
So it was the other side of like, so they get raised from the grave, but if you kill the necromancer, they crumble. Like
Yeah.
that's like the fantasy equivalent.
Yeah,
Like,
so they had that, and then there was Grey Knights. Grey Knights were super special awesome, and they got whatever you wanted them to have. All their units were Psychers. All of them had Mastery level 1 at minimum, and you could just open up a black hole. Strength 10, AP 1, small blast, no scatter. That group of Marines, bye, gone. They're dead. Booting them on 2s, you don't get a save. They're dead.
Or just straight up summon Caldor Drago in the middle of the fucking game.
Or just straight up summon him in the middle of the fucking game. You get nothing.
Even though you didn't bring his models.
How about a flying land raider? Flying land
Oh,
raider. Here, found it.
Oh yeah, they got the Storm Raven in the edition before Flyers, basically.
So imagine dealing with that. The Storm Raven was the single best vehicle in the game because nothing in the game could hurt it. Because you had to hit it on a 6, it had an armor rating of 12. So the only things that were reliably hurting it were las cannons and melt the guns, which are single shot weapons with no rerolls. And that thing's carrying 10 Terminators.
That being said, this was also the era of the Fisher Fury Tau strategy, though.
Oh yeah, that was also a nightmare. So here's how Necrons worked back in the day. Reanimation Protocol. If a model with Reanimation Protocol is removed as a casualty, there is a chance it will self-repair and return to play at the end of the current... Oh, not even the turn, the phase. So you were rolling for this after the movement phase, after the shooting phase, after the assault phase, and after the combat phase. Whenever a unit takes one or more casualties, place counters on either suitable marker next to the unit to remind you how many casualties were taken. If the unit makes a fallback move, remove any counters from it. Any damaged Necrons are left behind, self-destruct rather than risk capture by the enemy. Good luck with that one. They're leadership 10 in this game. Which means, like, they're never running away. At the end of the phase, after any morale checks have been taken and fallback moves have been made, roll a d6 for each reanimation counter next to a unit. On a 1, 2, 3, or 4, the damage is too severe and no self-repair happens. On a 5 or 6, a Necron reassembles itself and continues the fight. Return one of the slain models to play with a single wound, placed in coherency with a model from its unit that has not itself returned through reanimation protocols this phase. So, let me
in hindsight, it's basically a 5-up invulnerable.
Yeah, in hindsight,
it's a differently.
Yeah, it's a 5-up invulnerable. Here's the thing, chat. Most things in this army had 1 wound. So it was coming back with full wounds. And they self-repaired. Because living metal. And it's just, I want to die. They're not running away. They're all leadership 10. In 5th edition, how leadership worked is that you roll 2d6. If you exceed your leadership on 2d6, you run away towards your table edge. Since Necrons are leadership 10, they don't give a shit most of the time. You're only failing on an 11 or 12. So this whole thing where, like, oh, if they run away, it doesn't matter. Like, they leave them behind. They're not running. Ever living.
There were ways to get modifiers to that.
There were ways to do it, but, like, it was backwards and stupid.
It was always a bad strategy to ever invest in anything that was like leadership affecting, because every single Space Marine army in the game had "and they shall know no fear," which is basically you don't get affected by anything that involves like fear checks or like morale.
I also forgot this dandy little fucking thing. Entropic Strike. Any model that suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds from a weapon or model with the special rule immediately loses its armor save for the remainder of the battle. For each hit a vehicle suffers from the weapon or model with the special rule, roll a d6. For each result of 4+, it immediately loses 1 point of armor value.
Kind of like that mechanically.
Chat. I'm going to explain this in ways that you'll understand. For people, if you've played Dungeons and Dragons, imagine someone hitting you. And now, you don't have AC. You just have an AC of 0. AC in D&D decides if you get hit or not. So imagine just being told to your face, you're always getting hit. You're always taking damage. You would lose your goddamn mind. And never want to fight that thing again. And then living metal is that, oh, if there's results, we had a vehicle chart back in the day, so like, if you create the armor, you rolled a d6 on a specific roll, like the tank is either shaken, stunned, loses a weapon, immobilized, etc. Relentless.
The
like,
other
Don't forget reanimation.
used in one of two ways in each of your turns. As a dimensional portal or portal of exile, the Eternity Gate cannot be destroyed separately from the monolith. At the start of the movement phase, choose one friendly unengaged non-vehicle Necron unit on the battlefield or in reserve. That unit immediately phases out from its current position and disembarks from the monolith portal. Man, your immortals your immortal squad is stuck in combat? Not anymore.
I mean, and a point in time where because it had been the
It's dumb. It had sustained hits. Sustained hits was a thing.
King Passion.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, hey.
Tesla. Shots have a chance
Oh,
to
hey.
strike several
I
times.
brought in
with a
an
shot.
annihilation.
For every to hit roll of 6, the target suffers 2 additional automatic hits. On a Tesla, once the Tesla Destructor's initial shot has been resolved, roll a d6 for each other unit, friendly and enemy engaged and unengaged within 6 of the target. If you roll a 6, that unit suffers d6 automatic strength 5 AP nothing hits. Chat. That's broken. That's stupid.
also we have the rules for one of Tracen's Pokeballs
Yes.
with the Tesseract Labyrinth.
One use only. The bearer can use the Tesseract Labyrinth in lieu of making close combat attacks that round. Choose a character or monstrous creature and base contact with the bearer. The victim must immediately roll equal to or under the remaining wounds on a d6 or be trapped within the Tesseract Labyrinth forever. Remove as a casualty with no saves of any kind allowed. Hey chat, roll a 1. The situation where you want to roll a 1, you're not going to roll that 1. Necrons were stupid in 5th edition, and there's a reason why they feel underpowered to this day.
Yeah, our most basic cannon can destroy your most advanced tank.
That's actually sort of like that's actually one of the things that, like, I kind of want to make a point about is like because I see this a lot online and it does kind of bug me occasionally, which is like you see a lot of the like we saw it recently with Angron. Which people are like, oh, Angron is trash now, and it's like
He's not
Well,
not trash.
no.
He's not. He doesn't hit as hard as he did before, but he's still a monster.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like he is not as is the new version as powerful as the old one was? No, it also doesn't cost the same as the old one did. Because this is the flip side of people saying, well, we want 40k to like you'll get players that say like I want 40k to be a good tournament game. It's like, well, if it's a good tournament game, then none of the units get to be broken.
I hate Necron players since one got out 3 Catan shards and obliterated me. That's just Necron Catan shards. They're supposed to be they're gods. They're gods. Like they're shards of a god. And so like how do you flavor that? They're not that hard to kill. I've murdered enough of them. But the strategy is most of the time just ignore them. They're doing D6 shots a turn at like 18 inches. Just ignore them. If you need to tie one down, just throw a unit at it. They're going to be stuck there for like 2 turns. The best way to handle it is just ignore it. But for your asking about what novels for Dark Angels, Azrael has his own book. There is
Gav Thorpe has a Dark Angels like trilogy, I think.
Yeah, there's a Dark Angels trilogy.
Which does tie back into Horus Heresy.
It does. Arcs of Omen actually really ties back into Horus Heresy Dark Angels stuff. But if you want to read a good recent Dark Angels book, The Lion, Son of the Forest.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yes.
best Dark Angels book out there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Also, just because I think Mike Brooks might be.
We also have Accept No Failure. We have Holder of the Keys, Ezekiel, the Unforgiven trilogy. The Unforgiven trilogy is the one where it's essentially them following the consequences of the Horus Heresy into modern at the time modern 40k.
The Deathwing Omnibus is also really good.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Just by the way, just to say, I do not recommend the Horus Heresy Dark Angels books. I do not, unless it's Angels of Caliban, which is that one's just funny. Because it's Lionel Johnson baning Conrad Kurz.
I actually quite like Descent of Angels.
The first one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's good because you're learning Dark Angels recruitment.
Yeah. I think some of it is dumb because, like, the retcon to what the Dark Angels were like, to what the orders of Knights of Caliban were like before they encountered like the Dark Angels, is fine. But then the Dark Angels didn't change because like in you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
damn, I really love that book, Descent of Angels. Yeah, it's
everything.
It's a good book because it does establish why what happens with the Dark Angels happens. But then you read every other Dark Angels book, and it's painful. It's slow. It's boring.
Okay, hot take for the Heresy series. Who has a worse series of books, the Dark Angels or the Salamanders?
I'm gonna argue the Salamanders. At least the Dark Angels. At least there's a noticeable character arc for Lionel Johnson. Salamanders in 30k are written like Salamanders in 40k, and I hate it. What's the difference between reading about a Salamander in 30k and a Salamander in 40k?
There isn't one.
There isn't one. And that sucks.
And
I don't complain.
No, there is one difference, and that's we have to gather the artifacts to bring Father back.
Oh, right.
That's it.
Right, they're not bitching about artifacts. This is the problem, is that like people think like, oh, then you just hate the Salamanders. No, I hate how they're written. And it's not because like I hate the Salamanders inherently. I just like, god damn it, give them something.
Like legitimately, when you read the black book that introduced them for the Heresy tabletop game,
it's such a fucking whiplash of character, right?
But like pre-Vulcan Salamanders are way more interesting.
Like chat, listen to this. The Salamanders before Vulcan was found, they were one of the later legions to get a Primarch. So they felt like they had to like step it up. Like they felt like they had to achieve better, like they had to achieve more. They had to do more to like even be recognized. And like it was they
were the legion whose deal was the Emperor will give them an impossible task, and come hell or high water, they are going to achieve it.
Like, it got to the point where even the Iron Warriors were going, tone it down, dude.
That mentality actually goes back all the way to the Unification Wars, actually. Yeah. Because there's one story where for most of the war, after these Astartes get introduced, they're not really doing anything. And so when the Emperor finally gives them, hey, there's this fortress, I need you to break in and destroy it from the inside, they're like, okay, we're getting this done, even though 4 other legions have failed doing this.
Yeah.
Come hell
And,
or
like-
high water,
like-
we will do it. And they took massive casualties doing it,
This-
but they got it done.
This is something where like when Vulcan finally arrived with reinforcements from Nocturne, they found like what 3,000 guys left.
Some of that, yeah, they were like on the verge of it. They were like actually on the verge of extinction, as opposed to like everyone talks about like, oh, the Thousand Suns were like on the verge of extinction. No, like the salamanders were like close to just being extinct.
Like to the point where Vulcan said, "No, no, no, you do not bow to me, I bow to you," because he thought their sacrifice and their duty was noble. So you know what I
Well,
would have
their
liked to
whole-
see?
He did the exact opposite of Perturabo.
You have done well, but not succeeded enough. I introduce decimation, says Perturabo. But this is something that I would have loved to see with the Salamanders. Make their relationship casual. They're supposed to be the Legion that is the most human out of all of them. Make them more human, more personal. Make them more emotional. Make them the guys that act very casual around each other and around others, but just nice. Like, they're polite. Unlike the Space Wolves, who are extremely casual, and they're dicks. Where the Space Wolves
funny.
are cold casual, the Salamanders are warm casual. That would have been better, and that would have made the tragedy even worse.
But keep the war crimes.
Keep the war crimes.
We like the war crimes.
I mean, they all do war crimes. Everyone in the Great Crusade does war
Yeah.
crimes.
Mm-hmm.
So when are you going to stop using fire? I don't understand the question.
Because like that's like the entire thing that they introduced, is this idea that like as a legion their mentality was, we will walk into the fire and we will emerge stronger.
Yeah.
Like that is the like and we will do that over and over and over and over again.
Keep the Eldar child roast.
I mean,
That's like the number one argument that like anyone who ever tells me like the Imperium is good, I'm like, Vulcan burned children.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
he
tell me,
enjoyed it too.
like, guys.
I mean, he also came from. To be fair, he also came from a planet where literally the only Eldari you ever saw were Drukhari.
Yeah, that's fair, but at the same time, that's a child.
He's a Primarch. He's a Primarch. Everyone looks small to him.
It's got a knife. The kid's got a knife.
Oh man, it's so cute. I can't kill it. Tosses a knife. It's got a knife. It's. I would have loved something like that. Like, give them that character. Because the tragedy of the Salamanders should be that they lost Vulcan. Where the Iron Hands were blaming, like, everyone else for the death of Ferrus Manus. The Salamanders should have been like that calm, cool, casual, and then you lose that family member, and there was nothing you could do to stop it. So then you immediately, they throw themselves into their former habits 3 times harder to make up for it. Like, it's that one cool casual friend that you have who's just like, yeah, like, you love hanging out with them. They're so fun. They're so nice. And then that one bad thing happens, and they're self-destructing. And then you have to, like, try and grab them by the scruff of their shirt and say, hey, pull back. Like, come back. That should have been their personality.
And then you have Corvus Corax, who's trying to do emo science.
And then there's the Blood Angels, who just got even more boring with his death. Like, I love the way they look. I love the fact that, like, hey, we're artists as well, not just warriors. I love that. but they're still so fucking boring because they're always on about, oh, our father, he died 10,000 years ago, and we still haven't gotten over it.
As
To be fair,
Oh no!
to be fair, the Mephiston books are quite fun because he's just like, yeah, I'm a vampire.
I'm a vampire. Roman Catholic vampire.
Okay. Granted, for
Like-
a lot of the legions, you could just basically go, "Oh no, our dad, he's broken."
Destroyed his legion 4 times. I am sitting here though, like, oh my god. I am sitting here going though, like, what about the other legions? Like, which ones are like the most interesting? Which ones are the most boring? And I'm like, oh, easy for me is that like the most like Ultramarines. I love them how they're written in 30K because they are so different than they were in 40K at the time. Word bearers are just a walking fucking tragedy. they are a Macbeth of errors, and it's hilarious.
It's a train wreck. You can't look away, but you want to.
And then genuinely
World Eaters are legitimately a tragedy. It's like not even like they're actually like
it's not even funny just how sad they are. They're just like, I'm like, this is actually depressing. They added in that woman admiral. I am convinced they added in that woman admiral for some fucking levity in those books.
Mm-hmm. And she's great.
She is fucking great.
I will go out on my limb and say she is the best human character, and I do not count Perpetuals as human. She is the best human character in the Heresy.
After all that, like, I think the Sons of Horus are extremely interesting after Horus's death.
Oh, the ADB Black Legion book is really good. Like,
oh yeah,
it is like the thing about like how Abaddon like tried to like what
Abaddon going off on his vision quest.
Yeah, he
well,
fucked
it's not
off.
just that. It's not just that. It's like right. So what are the Black Legion? Like, what did the Black Legion actually believe?
What do they stand for? Why are they doing what they're doing?
Because they're not, by and large, a lot of them are not servants of chaos.
Yeah, they're to join the Black Legion. You do not make a pact to the Chaos Gods. You make a pact to Abaddon.
Yeah,
you serve at the War Master's behest.
One of Abaddon's like most powerful sorcerers is 1,000 Sun.
Yeah,
and he joins the Black Legion. He's like, my legion was destroyed. My legion is, I reject that, and I'm rejecting like Ahriman's rubric and all that kind of stuff. I will be part of the Black Legion now.
You even have renegades who fucking despise chaos joining the Black Legion.
Yeah, because
like what that book says is that what he is doing is, as far as Abaddon is concerned, Abaddon was given a mission. He was given a mission at the start of the Great Crusade, and that was to go out into the galaxy and to destroy religion and to bring truth to the galaxy. And he now sees a giant theocratic nation being ruled by a false god, and he wants to burn it.
Yep.
He is continuing the Great Crusade. It's just he's going back towards Terra.
I won't be able to understand this about Abaddon. He's not an idiot. All these memes about Abaddon being an idiot, he's not, and he's never been that. You need to remember what Abaddon was before Horus died. He was the leader of the first company. He's the first captain, which is basically the first lieutenant.
All those memes came about before we really knew much about him.
Yeah. This was back in the day where, like, Chaos Space Marines were treated like the forces of Cobra or the Decepticons.
Yeah.
Where it's like, curse you, Spider-Man! kind of a thing.
Yeah, the Forces of Chaos were just the Saturday morning villain.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe at this point, canonically, Abaddon has never lost.
Yeah, canonically, like, and you got to remember, like, all those older editions were written as propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And where the Imperium's like, yes, we held back the Fourth Black Crusade, where Abaddon, in reality, when you read the Chaos Codex, is like, yeah, no, I did the ritual that I wanted to do, and then I fucked off.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Imperium, how many forces did you waste in that defense as well?
Exactly.
Lots.
Like the 12th Black Crusade was the Gothic War, and Abaddon, all Abaddon did was steal like 3 Death Stars and learn all the defenses of Medusa, the homeworld of the Iron Hands. And then you know what he did with with all that information?
No, you already knew that. That's the 10th Black Crusade.
Oh, might be.
Is the attack? No, the 10th Black Crusade is Abaddon teams up with the Iron Warriors in a team building exercise to go and attack Medusa.
Right.
Because he wanted to get Perturabo on side. That was the point of that war.
Yeah, everything Abaddon does is constructive planning. He is building up. Cadia falling, he either wanted Cadia captured so he could destroy all those pylons, or he was going to blow it up.
Which destroys the pylons.
Which just destroys the pylons. His entire end goal was Cadia goes bye-bye whether you like it or not. And yeah, they did have to retcon it.
And yeah, would it have been nice for him to take over Cadia and use that as a staging post for further invasions? It would have been nice.
As a personal Chaos player, yes.
But not completely necessary.
I'm going to straight up say, I actually think the Cicatrix Maledictum is an improvement to the setting. I like the idea that there is a safe side and a wild side, essentially. Like a less dangerous side and a more dangerous side, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is interesting from a narrative perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
and I say that as like an old school like 40K player. Like I think this is a positive change.
And you got to remember, like, everything Abaddon's been through. He started out as the first company captain of the Luna Wolves. He started out as Horus's right-hand man. And then he is told to his face, like, hey, I'm trying to do something different here, says Horus to Abaddon, while Abaddon's like, they're aliens, kill them. And then after that argument, Horus gets wounded, and he's desperately trying to make up for that because he's scared. And he won't admit it.
they all were.
They all were. As well as he can't imagine a world where Space Marines aren't in charge.
Yeah.
Because they conquered the galaxy. Why the fuck should I listen to bureaucrat number 586?
Yep.
They did fuck all to conquer the galaxy. And his ego is not checked.
That's the role of soldiers, though.
Mm-hmm.
Soldiers very often do not make good politicians or bureaucrats.
Yep, and it's then the Horus Heresy plays out. He has to betray everything he knows, everything he loves. He has to kill his best friends. And then after all that, as he's going through everything, what happens at the end? He watches Horus slowly lose his goddamn mind. He sees what chaos does to everybody, and he's not about it. He is genuinely disturbed by everything he sees. And by the Siege of Terra, he watches his last best friend die. He watches, like, his first officer get killed. And, like, he's watched Horus essentially break down into, like, a creature that he doesn't even recognize anymore. Like, Horus is just basically an Alzheimer's patient at that point, is the best comparison to make. And, like, doesn't even recognize Abaddon's in the room, kind of a thing. And after Horus is, like, killed and everything, he's standing in the throne room with his friend who he thought he killed, and his friend is offering him redemption, and he's just like, dude, I don't know where you've been for the past 14 goddamn years. There's no redemption from this. There's no coming back. But Horus wasn't that bad mentally. No, he was gone. He was gone. It was intentional, if I recall. It was not intentional. He was gone. When you read the final, like, 3 books in Siege of Terra, The Death and the End, well, the End of the Death, he's not there. That's Chaos Gods talking through him. He is a puppet. And it is...
He's just a meat sack.
He's a meat sack.
But unfortunately, he doesn't have the ultimate Exodia.
He doesn't have the ultimate Exodia. But,
That was so dumb.
But, so now, with all that context, you can see why Abaddon is the way he is, especially when, after everything was said and done, and you read the Aaron Dembski Black Legion series, it's basically just like a group of Space Marines goes to find him, basically says, hey, you need to come back. And he goes, why? Genuinely, why? What's the point? And then he's convinced... Yeah, like, we failed. Who cares? Let us die in, like, the failure of my father's ambition or whatever. And then he's... I can't remember if he's, like, reluctantly dragged back. Or, like, he's like, fine, I'll come back.
He's shown... he sort of he comes back reluctantly, and then he sort of, like, realizes... he sort of realizes that, like, he is not going to make the same mistakes that Horus did.
Yeah.
Basically.
So he comes back, he sees his entire legion, what remains of his brothers, he's, like, slaughtering each other over stupid shit, as he would call it. Kills all the officers, so there's no question about who's in charge. And then says, Hail Mary, fuck the Emperor's children and fuck Fabius Bile, we're gonna go destroy whatever they got planned.
Which is they're trying to clone Horus.
Yeah, and then what is Abaddon's immediate reaction to seeing clone Horus? Everyone else is stunned. He's just staring at it like, how am I going to kill you? How am I going to break you down and remove the problem? Which he does. He does kill Horus. Like, he does kill the clone. And it's from that moment on where he's just like, yep, nope, let the galaxy burn. This is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Abaddon, if you want to make the ultimate argument, is the ultimate nihilist. Nothing matters, burn it to the ground.
Yep.
He does not care who gets in his way. He does not care what happens. The ultimate villain of 40K is ultimate nihilism. From a guy who's been alive longer than he should be. And he'll be the first one to tell you that.
The meme annoys me as well, because he's like, even just in like a one-on-one scenario, he has a, like, again, Abaddon has never been defeated. Like, that includes in one-on-one combat. He fights one-on-one in a sword fight against Sigismund, and he wins.
And people are like, oh, but he did that, like, when Sigismund was really old. No, he did that during the Siege of Terra, too. It took Loken and Garo jumping Abaddon to help push him back.
Yeah.
People,
And yeah, he fights Sigismund when he's old. Guess what? Space Marines don't get weaker as they age.
yeah,
I mean,
Ask
they kind of
Dante.
do. They kind of do, but so slowly that it might as well not matter.
they both.
Yeah, and this is it's like 600 years later. That's like how old Logan Grimnar is.
Yeah, it's generally just like, oh, but he was older. Yeah, if you want to say like a 40-year-old and a 35-year-old are different.
I mean, depends on the life you lived.
It depends on the life you lived, and both of them have been living the same exact life. Just one has to deal with demons on more occasions.
No, I think Abaddon is occasionally capable of having fun.
To be fair, I'm joking, Loken. Kind of proves the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's
even
that's,
though
that,
he's
that's probably
he's Collar, I believe, in the Mournival.
Yeah.
He's Anger, basically.
Yeah. Abaddon is like, I think, the tallest.
No, because all four of the Mournival are the four humors.
Oh yeah, he's supposed. Yeah, he's supposed to be like
He's
sarcasm.
Loken is the new moon.
No, Torgadon is sarcasm. Torgadon is Flemic. I forget what all the humors.
One second.
Look it up.
One of all.
But like,
yeah, Abaddon's
that's probably
the full moon, Torgon's the gibbous, Aximan's the half, and Loken's the new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the first three books. That was my favorite part, is just watching the Mournival interact with each other when no one's watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it gives you that sense like they're actually brothers. They actually care about each other, and they joke like brothers, and they fight like brothers.
Torgon represents the sanguine, Abaddon the choleric, Aximan the melancholic, and Loken the phlegmatic.
Yeah, that's sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
And those books prove that you can have Space Marines that are still super serious. They know how to have a good time.
Yeah, so
I mean,
Torgon's the happy one.
Yep.
Loken is supposed to be sad.
Well, no, that's melancholic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From too much black bile and too angry, or choleric for excessive yellow. Ah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Remember when we made healthcare decisions based on this?
I mean, with the current guy who's running the Department of Health, you might be again soon.
So choleric,
God.
choleric.
He drank fucking raw milk and said that's healthier.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Abaddon's the angry one, Torgon's the happy one, Aximan is melancholic, and Loken is phlegmatic, i.e. Loken is supposed to be the dissenting opinion. He's supposed to be devil's advocate.
Yeah, he's calm and unemotional whereas Aximan is supposed to be the pessimist, and Abaddon is supposed to be sort of like the aggressive one, and Torgadon is supposed to be the better natured one.
Yeah. Like in a war room, and by the way, this is gonna be the last thing I talk about because I need to go cook dinner. But essentially in the war room, when Horus was asking for opinions, Abaddon's job was supposed to be the one that gives the most aggressive advice. Torgadon was the one who's supposed to give like the more political one, I think.
The look for the better natures of people.
Yeah. Like who would be best for the job kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Aximan's job was to be like, he was supposed
worst
to be like,
case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario. If X happens, then we respond with Y. And then Loken's job was supposed to be, okay, but what if they counter with this?
Yeah.
What
Or,
about
like,
this? What about this?
What's the compromise position? What's the compromise position?
Yeah. And
Um,
you do get to see that in like book 1 and book 2.
Lesser so in book 2 because the whole point of book 2 is that system is breaking down.
Yeah.
Like,
I do like that like Loken calls him out on that one, where it's like,
Mhm.
are we actually your advisors or are we just your attack dogs? Because you're too much of a pussy to do it yourself.
well, the interesting thing is the thing that breaks that system is Erebus.
Yep.
It's the thing that breaks that system for Horus is the introduction of essentially a fifth humor, which is essentially
Stroking his ego.
it's like don't worry about it, it'll be fine, it'll work out. Like, you know, that kind of like, you don't need to plan, you don't need to
You're great. Just do it and have faith.
yeah, you
I
can achieve it because you're you.
My brain's doing the fucking what's that game called again, the Crusaders one?
Crusader Kings?
Yeah, Crusader Kings, but like it's the one before that, I think. It's the same. Either way, it's like the guy's like, trust
Invicta?
me. Don't worry, sir. Just trust me. Trying to remember the fucking game. Yeah, I think it's Crusader Kings or whatever. Oh no, not that
came
one.
out.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's an older game. I think I have
But
like
it checks out.
no, it doesn't. Hold on. I think
Oh,
where is it? It's funny.
it's an older game, sir, but it checks out.
It's an older game, sir, but it checks out. Now this is bugging me, and I'm not ending stream till I find this. Hold on.
Who made it?
I
You
don't
remember that?
remember. I don't remember. Ah.
It's not like Stronghold or something, is it?
I think it's Stronghold. Hold on. Yes, it's Stronghold.
It was like
Crusader or 2?
I think it's like the first Stronghold.
They need to remaster the Stronghold series.
Yes, please. Those games were
Yeah,
great.
it's Stronghold 1. It's
Yeah.
Stronghold 1. And it's
I
like the
lo-
advisor
I-
in that game is like, trust me. That's basically Erebus.
I still play those games every once in a while. They're so
shit,
good.
This is what Tybalt Marley like? Fuck.
I like it in those games just how like both like fun but also kind of cartoony the sort of the opposing generals are. It's just like a really good like medieval pastiche. Like you kind of entirely believe like all the it's very much the if I describe it as the Punch Out of strategy games.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's very much the punch out of strategy games. Can't build that there, my lord. Less taxes. Good on me.
The peasants are starving, my lord.
All right, but yeah. So
The peasants are revolting. I'm glad we agree finally.
So chat. As I said, I kind of got fucked this month. So if you can, follow the Ko-fi link. I posted it on the Discord. It's also on my Blue Sky. If you can donate, please do. I always appreciate it. If you can't, please, for the love of God, don't. If it'll put you out, don't do it. Your safety, your financial well-being comes first over mine. I will be doing stuff to make up for it. Just need to find a game to get fucked in, I guess, that allows you guys to like pay money to fuck me over in.
Theme example, Stronghold.
Perfect example, Struggle.
I don't know if any of those work on modern machines.
Stronghold 2 does.
So, okay.
Worst comes to worst, I do like you can't. I play like Helldivers or something, or
Let's do that. Yeah.
or I play like
do that
Dark
tomorrow.
Tide with people.
Ooh, yeah, Dark Tide's a
I need
big
to talk
choice.
to you, boss, about the Kofi. Oh, okay. Well, I'll jump into like
Oh.
regular chat here in a second.
What have you done, Wolfen?
I'll jump into regular chat here in like a second. But yeah. So please, if you can donate, please do. If you can't, don't worry about it. If you want to still support me in the best way you can, share my streams, share my videos. There's a video coming out this weekend called The Pariah Nexus. It talks about the Pariah Nexus. Sorry, just responding to something. And so if you want to learn about the last current storyline that's going on in Modern 40K, we have that for this weekend. And then next weekend, it will be the Arcs of Omen. And then after that, it'll be Damocles Gulf, and then I'll be gone. But please, for the love of God, share these around. It helps out. And if you want to give me monthly donations, there's a Patreon. You can see videos a week early, and the exclusive BattleTech mech series that I'm doing there. So, yeah. Until then, until tomorrow, chat, I will talk to you all later. Good night, everybody.